In this video, we're going to talk about adding real numbers. Keep in mind that the rules you're going to see here work for any numbers, not just integers or whole numbers, but they also work for any rational numbers such as decimals or fractions. Now you come up with two possibilities here. You're going to add numbers that have the same signs or numbers that have opposite signs. And we're going to do the same signs first because we're used to that. So let's pick any two numbers like, let's say 8 plus 7. And the rule there says if the signs are the same, add them together, 15, and keep the same sign. Since both of these were positive, we're going to leave it as positive 15. We'll do it again, only we'll make them negative. So negative 8 plus negative 7, signs are the same, add them together, we get 15, but keep the same sign. And it doesn't matter what numbers you have there. So let's say I have negative 10 plus negative 5, and I still get negative 15. Then you've got the rule that talks about opposites. Let's start with negative 8 plus 7. Now the rule says if the signs are opposite, you're supposed to subtract the two numbers. So we'll go ahead and subtract them. 8 minus 7 is 1. And then you keep the sign of the number that has the greater absolute value. So the negative 8, if I take the absolute value of it, is greater than the absolute value of 7. So I keep the sign that is negative. Basically, you just look at the two of them and you say, which one are there more of? Are there more negatives or are there more positives? Well, clearly there's more negatives. So the answer is going to be negative, and the difference between them is what the result's always going to be when in an addition. So let's say we do negative 12 plus, let's say 16. We look at these two and we can see there's more positives than there are negatives. And we'll do 16 minus 12, we'll get 4. And since there are more positives, we're going to leave it as a positive 4. And it doesn't matter what order we write these in. I could do, let's say 14 plus negative 19. And in this case, I can see there's more negatives, so I'm going to have a negative answer. And 19 minus 14 leaves me with 5. We also have a couple other properties related to addition. The first one is called the commutative property, and that simply says any number a plus b can actually be rewritten as b plus a. So I'm just changing the order, and the value here won't change. So the left and right hand side will still have this same value, whatever they are. Easy example there would be to put some numbers in. So 3 plus 4, we know that that's going to be 7, and that's still going to equal the reverse of that, which is 4 plus 3. That's the commutative property. The next one's called the associative property, and that says if we have a plus b plus c, and then we were to, let's say, group the second two here, that would be the same as doing a plus b plus c, and instead grouping the first two. Then we'll go ahead and put some numbers in there. We'll keep the numbers real simple, so we'll do 2 plus 3 plus 4 should equal 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, we'll just double check the math on that. So 3 plus 4 would be done first. That would be 7. 7 plus 2 is 9, so this side equals 9. Over here we'll do the 2 plus 3 first. We'll get 5 plus 4 equals 9. 9 equals 9. So that is also true. We've got two more properties. One's called the identity property, and that's a really easy one. And that's called a plus 0 equals a. So basically, any number plus 0 equals itself. That's the identity property. It's also called the additive identity. So you might want to write that one down. It's also referred to as additive identity. Oops. So it's the identity property for addition. You've also got something called the inverse property, and that would be, let's see, a plus negative a will give you a value of 0. So that simply says any number plus its opposite will equal 0. Now we call that the inverse property, but we can also say that it is also called the additive inverse. Okay, so you got the additive identity, so any number plus 0 always equals itself. And the additive inverse, which is any number plus its opposite, always equals 0.